Sean Michael Andrews here, coming to you from pretty sunny, Orlando, Florida. This may be the first in a series. I'm going to see how this goes. And the series may be called Lies Hypnotists Tell or Hypnotic Fallacies. So I'm going to begin a sentence and I'll let you complete the sentence. And it goes, all hypnosis is... Okay. And the answer is, all hypnosis is self-hypnosis. Now, is this true? We all say it. We say it to our clients. We say it to people who are interested in hypnosis that we meet in a party or whatever. But is it true? All hypnotists say this, or most hypnotists say it. All hypnosis is self-hypnosis. Now, my personal opinion is that it's not true. Now, let's just take it from, let's just do the basics, right? Yeah, very good, Jim. The basics are, if it's all hypnosis, all right? Now, there are some people who are so suggestible that they actually can't help going into hypnosis. So just by virtue of the fact that those people are not self-hypnotizing, anybody can hypnotize them. So all hypnosis is self-hypnosis. That's absolutely not true, just based on the experience of those people who can't avoid hypnosis. It's interesting. I have a recording of Dave Elman years and years ago, probably from the 1950s, teaching physicians and dentists hypnosis. And he actually says those words, all hypnosis is self-hypnosis. And so my hypnosis hero said, all hypnosis is self-hypnosis. So that means there might be a little something to this, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure Dave Elman actually believed that. I mean, he taught them to be good hypnotic operators, and he taught them how to put people into hypnosis. So what my belief is that Elman may not necessarily have believed that all hypnosis was self-hypnosis. I believe he did see the advantage in telling people that all hypnosis is self-hypnosis, because hypnosis is kind of a scary thing. People, I always say that only about 5% of my hypnosis clients have ever been hypnotized before. So, and the first time I experienced hypnosis, or almost experienced hypnosis, I got scared and pulled myself out of trance. So I know hypnosis can be a scary concept, and it does make it a little bit less scary if you present it that way, that all hypnosis is self-hypnosis, whether you believe that or not. So anyway, I just don't think so. Oh, I'll tell you what is self-hypnosis, and this is kind of funny. And I know we have Alan, and we have I saw Martin's here. Okay, so we have some, and we have some hypnosis instructors on here. Okay, so you'll be familiar with this. Sometimes when we're giving a hypnosis class, especially when you've got newbies and they want to try their first induction, the hypnosis instructor sits there and goes through the induction and allows the student to hypnotize them. Well, when you do your first hypnosis induction, it's not usually your best induction you're ever going to do in your life, but to allow the student to be successful in their first induction, often the instructor will go into trance. Now, how much of that was due to the student doing the induction correctly, and how much of that was due to the instructor self-hypnotizing on that first induction, well, it's really kind of hard to say. So in those cases, that is self-hypnosis for the most part. But I don't know. I really believe that that most hypnosis is not self-hypnosis. Yes, it really, really helps if the person wants to be hypnotized. However, we know that some people can go into hypnosis even when they don't want to be hypnotized. Not that you're going to be able to get that person to do something that's against their moral, religious, or personal values. You're not going to be able to do that. But is it possible to get that person into hypnosis against their will? Yeah, it's possible with a small segment of the population. So just because of that, we can say that all hypnosis is self-hypnosis is not true, just because there are people that can't resist it. But as I say, they're not going to do anything against their moral, religious, or personal values. So what's the point in, exactly, as you said there, Jim, saying it reduces the fear of hypnosis with your client or your subject, or yes, that's true. That's what I think. And so I will continue to say it. I will continue to say that when it seems appropriate, that all hypnosis is self-hypnosis, even though I don't believe it. Oh, by the way, I'm sure you've been watching the news, and I did a fun little thing the other day. I posted a video on YouTube, and I'll put a link in here about it, on just a direct suggestion session on not touching your face, because you can prevent or reduce the chances of spreading diseases and infections and that sort of thing if you keep your hands off your face, because they say the average person touches their face about 23 times per hour. So anyway, I'll put a little link in the description here so you can look it up on YouTube if you want to do it. It's only a 15-minute session, and it's basically don't touch your face, all right? And just sensory acuity and knowing when your hands are traveling toward your face, or if your hand has touched your face, taking it away and making sure not to touch any mucous membranes, which could allow you to put infections in there, and you could get sick or spread infections. So anyway, I'll put a link to that in the description. So let me see, what else did I want to talk about? Oh, okay. So a lot of people are practicing social distancing, or spending a lot more time sort of cooped up in their own house. Well, it's not necessarily a bad thing. What I challenge you to do is look on your bookshelf and look. You probably have hypnosis DVDs, or maybe in your phone you've got hypnosis downloads, or you probably have hypnosis books on your bookshelf that you've been meaning to get around to, but you haven't had the opportunity to. And I think this is really an excellent opportunity to pull out those DVDs, even the ones that you've seen before, and then rewatch them, because you're probably going to find some really good nuggets in there. I know just about everybody out there has those products that they bought maybe months or years ago and they never got around to watching. Well, if you're cooped up in the house, why don't you take advantage of it and go through those materials, and then come out of this self-quarantining a much better hypnotist. So that's my recommendation to you. Also, I just got an email in, and it looks like the IMDHA convention, which is scheduled, I think it's 21 through 23 April. It's now going to be moved to a virtual convention, because the CDC has recommended that group gatherings of more than 50 people be discouraged, and so in the interest of protecting the health of the students and the instructors and the support people, Robert Otto has decided that for this year he's going to move the convention to a virtual convention, which is fine, because virtual conventions work great, and you can enjoy it from the comfort of your own quarantine or your own house. So that's the story right now, and they're making the transition to make it a virtual convention now, and I encourage you to attend virtually. If you go to imdha.com, you can find references to the convention and who the speakers are, and it's always a good convention, so I urge you to look them up and attend that. And then the other thing is just kind of funny. Well, parts of this are funny. Cruises have been canceled. I think all the major cruises, or at least most of the major cruise lines, have suspended their operations for at least the next 30 days or 60 days, which kind of sucks for my friends who work the cruise ships, hypnotists that work the cruise ships, and also my friends that work on the ships. So that kind of sucks. But just out of interest, Stephanie and I, we live about 40 minutes from the cruise ship terminal here at Port Canaveral. So a couple of hours ago, we took a ride over there just to see, because normally you'll have 1 or 2 cruise ships in port at a time, because the others are off doing their thing, off cruising the Caribbean or going to Bermuda or whatever. So we took a ride over there and counted no fewer than 6 cruise ships at Port Canaveral, all of them sitting there. Yeah, a couple of Carnival ships, a Disney ship, Royal Caribbean, a couple of those. Yeah, it was amazing. There were at least 6 cruise ships sitting in Port Canaveral just doing nothing, cooling their heels, because they've suspended operations. So I feel bad for my stage friends who normally work those cruises. Hopefully things get back to normal very soon and they're back sailing. I also feel bad for my friends that are doing the post-prom shows and the post-graduation shows. I know those are taking a hit because some of the school systems are suspending operations. So I hope that things turn around, but we just have to deal with what we have. So please keep yourself safe, and look up that video and take my little quick direct suggestion session, so you won't touch your face and you won't get yourself sick or spread your disease to other people. And I look forward to seeing you all soon. All right, stay safe, stay healthy. Okay, bye-bye.